Welcome to the Auto Hour, live from Back and Back Buick GMC, where family values meet Texas roads. Let's take a closer look. Here's your host, Ron Limbach.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Beck and Beck Auto Hour, live from Beck and Beck GMC Buick in Seguin, Texas. It's a show that tells you everything you need to know about buying your next vehicle in advance before you walk into the dealership, just to relieve all the stress. In past episodes, we've learned that this dealership, Beck and Beck, has the Beck and Beck feeling, and that's all about being transparent and building trust in a relationship for the long term. Starts with a great general manager. Grayson is a really laid-back guy who definitely is in the people business first. An incredible service department, a 30-year service manager who explained to us why you should bring anything that you drive to Beck and Beck for service. And a sales manager who's non-pushy, true professional who wants your business forever, not just one car sale. Last week we met with Alex, one of their top sales associates. And this week we're going to meet Lauren, the only female and the youngest person on their staff. And we're going to talk about buying a car from a lady's point of view, especially first-time buyers. Leslie, why don't you bring up Lauren for us? Lauren, welcome to the show.
See you.
How are you, Lauren? Welcome.
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. A very young lady to be getting into sales. What inspired you to join the car sales industry, the automotive industry, and especially the Beck and Beck team?
Well, firstly, the Beck and Beck team, that was not a hard decision. They are a family-owned business, so that was definitely something I kept in mind when joining. Really great environment over here. And I got into automotive sales. A lot of my family actually did car sales, so yeah.
Great. So you grew up kind of in the business.
Right. And I love helping people, so it was just a really easy decision.
That's great because, most people your age would be working at Walmart or something. So it's really cool that you chose such a professional career. You got to be excited about it.
I'm super excited. Yes, I'm so grateful for the opportunity that the Becks gave me. Yes, sir.
Well, what's it like competing with the boys? Does being a girl give you an advantage?
So it's definitely a little intimidating at first, I won't lie. But as I got into the flow, it was nice to have like the upper hand sort of, because women are more naturally empathetic, detail oriented, and good communicators. So.
Well, that's true. How does your age and your background shape how you communicate with your buyers?
Well, it's really helpful, especially for first-time buyers, because I can be really relatable to them. I don't use a lot of fancy terminology, no crazy jargon. So I feel like it's really easy to keep the conversation flowing with them. Yes, sir.
Good. What do you enjoy most about helping buyers find the right vehicle?
That like aha moment when it clicks and we found something that they like and they leave super duper happy. That's my favorite.
What's the one thing that customers are most often surprised by when working with you?
That I'm not
I know.
pushy. That I'm not super pushy. I like to feel more like a friend rather than like a salesperson.
And I bet they're impressed that they meet somebody as young as you with the knowledge and experience and training that you have, and that knows so much about what you're doing at such a young age. I know that would impress me.
Thank you.
Well, first time buyers, you like to work with them. You said, and their special group. They're new to how things work, and there's a lot of big complex terms and financing, add-ons, all this stuff. How do you simplify that to them and make it so they understand?
So I really just listen first, and then from there I guide slowly at their pace. I don't try to rush anything, and just kind of take it one step at a time.
So you're especially good with people who might be overwhelmed by the whole process. It helps you.
Yes,
You used a great word.
Yeah, if I didn't work in this field and I was gonna go buy my first car, I would be so nervous because I knew nothing.
Yeah. So you used a great word, guide. I like that word. Expand on that word. Help Tell me how you help guide them to the right decision.
So of course, so I ask them what their day-to-day looks like, what they're gonna be using the car for. Are they gonna be commuting a lot? Do they have a big family? Do they like to go off-roading? Stuff like that. And then from there, I kind of just go down what inventory I think suits fits them. And then we kind of look at everything. I'll look at 5 cars with you. I don't care. I'll spend all my whole day with you. Everything just at your pace. And I just want to make sure that they leave happy and, assured they made the right decision.
Well, I bet you sell a lot of cars. Well, you mentioned a great word, another great word, inventory. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't look at one of the beautiful cars that you show to people every day at Beck and Beck GMC Buick. We'll take a close-up look at a special one with you when we get right back after this message.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick. Now. Buick. Exceptional by design.
Hi, we're back. Lauren, show us one of the cars that you would definitely recommend to a first-time buyer.
So this is a great car for a first-time buyer. Today we're looking at the 2026 Buick Encore GX Avenir. So in the front, you can see it's a really sleek design, really sophisticated. You've got your day-running LED headlights, the beautiful Vader Chrome grille, which is a very nice touch. We come along to the side. We've got the chrome 19-inch rims. As far as like features and everything, a great one to point out is keyless entry, which makes getting into your car super easy. Great if like you've got kids and you're holding them, you don't want to dig in your purse or your pocket. Makes it very easy. Blind spot monitoring on the mirrors.
It's also safer if you're at night.
Yes. And you don't want to be digging in your purse as a female, especially in the parking lot, the crazy world that we have going on. So if we come inside, it's got really, really high-tech sound system. It's got the Bose speakers, power seats, just to touch on a few things.
The seats look really comfortable.
Yes, they're very comfortable, and since this is the Avenir trim, it does have like the elevated look. It's got the quilted stitching, and pretty spacious back here. You can definitely fit a couple car seats towards the back. It's got the nice smoked lights, which is, again,
So it's a great car for around town or for a road trip home to see the grandparents, huh?
yes, and you get great gas mileage. Combined is 30 miles per gallon, so it saves you a lot of money there as well. Lots of cargo room in the back for sports equipment, diaper bags, whatever you need. This has the power lift gates. That's always nice and easy too. It does tons of safety features, so we can even go and talk a little bit more about how you'll keep your family safe. It's got front forward collision, which helps you keep distance from the car in front of you. Helps you keep your insurance down, so that's always good too. Heated steering wheel, keep your hands warm. And then lane assist helps you stay in between the lines so you're not swerving left and right. So Buick's really almost thought about everything. There's lots of stuff.
I got to drive a Kia as a rent car last week on a trip, and I was really impressed with the lane assist. At first, I thought, oh, I'm not going to try this, but man, it was really helpful, especially after you've been driving a while. It really makes it easier and more comfortable to drive.
It's a huge difference, and Buick's great about that as well. Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. Tell me about Apple CarPlay. Does it have all the stuff that the young people like today?
Yeah, so Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is almost standard on all Buicks and GMCs, and that's super helpful. It really helps minimize the time you look at your phone. You can get your maps up there. It's very convenient. Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to be looking at your phone, huh?
Right.
And Kia has probably the best warranty in the business. Tell me about that.
I'm sorry, I missed your question. What was that?
Kia probably has the best automotive warranty in the business. Tell the viewers about that.
So Buick has great warranty. Buick
Why
and
did I say
GMC.
Kia?
Yeah,
Sorry, Buick.
it's okay. Buick and GMC both have great warranty. Depending on the engine you get, it can be up to 6 years on the powertrain. So really good.
So for a first-time buyer, you've got security, you've got a great car that's going to last a long time, and the company that stands behind it, and a dealership in Seguin that will keep it purring like a kitten the whole time you're driving it. Lauren, thanks for a great job showing us a car. Excuse me for getting the model wrong. We'll
It's okay.
come back in just a second and talk to you some more
Okay, thank you.
right after this commercial message.
Hi, I'm Grayson Beck of Beck & Beck Buick GMC in Seguin, formerly Sechting Motors. I know many of you have trusted your vehicles with Tim Dudley in our service department for many years, and I want you to know that we're still here ready to serve you. And if you want to talk cars, trucks, anything, my door is always open. After all, we are 3 generations of Becks in the car business, so come see us at Beck & Beck Buick GMC, 603 East Kingsbury Street in Seguin, Texas.
A beautiful car, Lauren. If I was a first-time buyer, I'd definitely come buy that car. I'd buy it even as not as a first-time buyer. Great gas mileage, solid.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about the first-time buyers, though. What should they bring to the dealership, and what questions should they ask when they get there?
Definitely. So what you want to come prepared with is definitely your driver's license. You want to have a copy of your insurance, all current. If possible, if you plan on trading in, get the current loan information, and a recent pay stub as well is always helpful to have. As far as questions, ask everything. Ask any question that comes to mind. Talk about, your fears, your worries. I'm here to help.
At what point should they consider that they may need a cosigner?
That is more of a finance question, I would say. However, if they kind of, if it's their first time, they might want to expect that if they don't have a lot of credit history beforehand.
Yeah, 'cause, some folks right out of high school may have that issue, but your dealership can accommodate that. I know.
Yes, Brian
What's
and
the most
Spencer are very great.
What's the most common misperception that first-time buyers bring to the dealership, and how do you deal with the confusion it usually causes?
Yeah, so a lot of times people will assume that pre-owned is not safe and pre-owned's kind of risky. However, all of our vehicles, they go through thorough inspection, so everything that we put out on the lot has been deemed reliable by our whole service crew. So that's a really big common misconception that I wanted to touch on. And also another one is that salespeople are pushy. I feel like that goes without saying that we have a really relaxed environment over here at Beck & Beck Buick GMC. So that's one of those that I find important. And then how we kind of, like how I talk to a customer about that is I don't really tell them exactly. I just kind of show it with my actions, and yeah.
Well, that's cool. So what kind of encouragement can you provide younger buyers or people who are intimidated by the car buying process? Well, I can think of one. Come see you. That's all they need to do, right?
Yeah,
That's all they need to do.
definitely the trick is to just like reassure them and go at their pace. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, tell me about some of the other popular cars from Buick and GMC, and what makes each of them special.
Yeah, so there's a great selection of cars in the Buick lineup. There's the Invista, which is pretty new, which is more of a sedan hatchback style. So that's really good for commuters. You get great gas mileage with that. And then what we just saw, the Encore GX. So if you need something with a little bit more room, definitely is a great option for that. And then, of course, above that is going to be the Envision. Size-wise, it's a little bit more roomy. And then we've got the Enclave, which is going to have 3 rows. So it's a great family vehicle.
I bet that's a beautiful car, too. We'll look at that next time, maybe. Tell us about the standout features that are pretty much consistent through all the cars, like the tech and safety stuff and warranty styling. I know that GM is pretty consistent about doing the best they can.
Yeah, so we kind of touched on a couple of them while we were out there. The Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto is pretty standard. The front forward collision, again, that's going to help you maintain that distance from the car ahead of you. It'll alert you when you get too close, so it minimizes the amount of bumper-to-bumper accidents. And then lane assist, that's going to help you stay in between the lines of the road, so you're not swerving back and forth. Blind spot monitoring is a pretty common feature that's on most of our vehicles. So if you're going to switch lanes, but you think it's clear and it might not be, that little star will light up yellow and let you know.
Cool. That's really cool. What I noticed was neat. It even reminded you every once in a while you might consider taking a break
Oh, yeah.
from driving, which I thought was really neat. And every time I agreed with it. Now, here's the tough question of the day for you. Which vehicle is your favorite and why?
Actually, the one I showed y'all, the Encore GX, that's a personal favorite of mine just because it's really budget friendly. And it's so versatile. Like, it gets great gas mileage, so if you're a commuter, it's great. If you're starting a family, it's really great. Lots of space. Yeah, it's a very, very nice car.
Great. Well, whether you bought many cars in your life or if it's your very first time, coming in to meet Lauren or Alex will be a great idea. They're absolute professionals. And don't let the youth of this young lady fool you. You can see she knows the business and will guide you to the best deal possible on your next vehicle. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lauren. I hope we get to talk with you more in the future.
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, come explore, come test drive. We're here to help.
Yeah, come take a test drive with her today. She can have you in a new car by the weekend, by the end of the day.
Bye today.
This show proves again that Beck & Beck GMC Buick in Seguin, Texas is the best place to buy your next car or truck. Honesty, transparency, no dealer add-ons, and that great Beck & Beck feeling. Come in for your test drive today. Check out their website to find all the great deals available today. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
At The Hat Media, we specialize in turnkey marketing and live events that make your brand impossible to ignore. From dealership shows like the Motor Hour to full-scale festivals, we handle every detail: production, promotion, and on-the-ground execution. Our founder, Ron Limbuck, brought that same passion to the iconic AMA Galveston Rally, which he created and ran for 13 years, drawing hundreds of thousands under one vision. Today, we bring that experience to your business, creating campaigns that drive real crowds, real sales, and real impact. The Hat Media, turnkey marketing, live experiences, and everything your brand needs to grow.